Hi, we are Group 17. Our group has come up with the topic. Do we judge if people are studious or not based on whether they are muscular? So basically, this topic is asking whether a well-fit man will look more studious or not. Our hypothesis was that people would think that the more muscular guy has a lower GPA than the regular size guy. This is because we assume that the muscular guy will spend more time at the gym instead of studying. However, our hypothesis also went against our logic, that the fitter guy will possess more intrinsic qualities that a good student should have, such as discipline, determination, dedication, and etc. To find out what actually people perceive, we have gathered information through two methods. First, through online survey, and second, street survey. Both methods have gone through the same procedures of the questions. The only difference is that the street surveys was a face-to-face interview.
How intelligent do you think they are?
5'5".
5'5". Any explanation for this? Very.
I think the right side guy, he might not spend a lot of time at the gym, but he might do a lot of time, devote his time to studying or just learning something.
Okay.
On the left side, his brain should work much more efficiently because he works out. We know that a lot of scientific projects, investigations prove that physical activity helps to improve our efficiency while we study something. That's why my conclusion is 5 and 5.
Thank you. So, what do you think their GPAs were last semester, on a scale of 1 to 4, based on our school system?
Like 3.2 and 3.5.
His is higher.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a higher GPA.
Higher GPA? Spent studying in a week. You can just give me a random number. I just want to see the comparison here. Per week? Per week. Per week. Maybe like 10 and 6. 10 and 6?
Yeah.
Okay. And similar?
Maybe like 10 and 15.
10 and 15.
Maybe the right one studied more.
I see.
The survey included demographic information in the first place and moved on to our main questions. We have presented pictures of two subjects, a buff man and a thin man. Both of them are present in same background, ratio, and clothing for prevention of unnecessary bias. And we move on to our two sets of 11 questions that ask exactly the same but for different subjects, the buff man and thin man. And here are our sets of 11 questions. All the questions was asked in a scale of 1 to 5. After the two sets of questions, we asked one more optional question about the observed difference between both subjects' physical attributes. We got a total of 99 responses from both online survey and street interviews. As we have gathered responses mainly in campus, around 80% of our responses were from age 18 to 25. After collecting and migrating the data from both the online survey and street interviews, we then performed statistical analysis on the dataset. Since the aim of this study is to observe the effects physical muscularity has on perceived GPA, only the result of question 3, asking about the perceived GPA, is analyzed. To complement it, however, question 2, asking about the perceived intelligence, and question 4, asking about weekly study time, are also analyzed, since they are related to academic intelligence. The results of the other questions are ignored as they were applied as binding questions. In terms of the sum of the responses for question 3, the regular man received a high score. We then conduct a man weekly U test, which showed that the differences were statistically significant. This showed that the participant would think that the muscular man has a lower GPA than the regular man, which support our hypothesis. For question 2 and 4, the regular man received a high score for both questions compared to the muscular man. The Man-Whitney U test was performed again, which shows statistically significant difference for question 2. However, no significant difference were found for question 4, meaning that participants perceive that the regular man is smarter comparatively. But the study time for both subjects are the same. and perhaps not the reason for the normal guy to have a higher GPA. As we got some meaningful results from our survey, we could also find some supporting articles for similar topics. The first article is named Influence of Physical Fitness on Cognitive and Academic Performance in Adolescence. In this research, the author concludes that good fitness level is associated with higher cognitive and academic performance. The second article is named Physical Fitness and Academic Performance in Youth, a systematic review by Santana. In the part that is highlighted in green, the author concludes that there is a strong evidence between cardiorespiratory fitness and cluster of physical fitness with academic performance. Another article is from a Chinese article named Relationship Between Physical Fitness and Academic Performance Among Chinese College Students. Again referring to the green highlight, the author concludes that poor academic performance was related to low overall physical fitness. Also, the probability of having poor academic performance was significantly lower among students with high physical fitness than those with low physical fitness. Combining the result we get from our research and the information we get from literature review, we could observe that despite good physical fitness being positively related to good academic results, respondents actually perceive it otherwise, thinking that good physical fitness is related to lower academic performance. This indicates that there may exist an unjustified bias towards more muscular people. Such misconception and bias can be explained by some social psychology concepts. First, the representative heuristic is a cognitive shortcut in which instances are assigned to categories or types based on overall similarity or resemblance to the category. When the muscular guy presents a tended and fit feature, the representative heuristic will quickly lead to the inference that he is a gym and outdoorsy student, rather than a studious student. Next, the availability heuristic is a cognitive shortcut in which the frequency or likelihood of an event is evaluated based on how quickly instance or association come to mind. In this case, you might overestimate the likelihood that a muscular guy sacrifices his study for practicing sport because there are many stories of young sports stars giving up studies for their sport career. This is the end of our presentation video. Thank you.